Alright, I want to show you how to change out the PDF button in the sidebar throughout the site. Now keep in mind, I did not develop the site, I didn't build the site, so I have no control how the steps that you have to do to enable this. So I'm going to do my best because I'm still kind of figuring things out as I poke around. Basically, your theme, which is Genesis, this section is broken into 3 different parts to create this. And I want to circle back around a couple different times. If we're logged in, you have to be logged in as the master admin. You can't just be a user, you have to be an administrator. It's broken down into pages. It's broken down into what we call widgets under the parent section. And then under Genesis main tab, broken down under sidebars. Okay, so first let's start with the sidebar. So under Genesis, find simple sidebars. And basically, a sidebar is just that, a sidebar. This would be called a sidebar, this area right here on the side. Alright, so this particular area has a name for it, has a sidebar for it, a section for it. I believe it's home bottom 2. I'll come back to that. And they have some notes letting you know where it's at. This is the second column of the bottom section of the home page. So it kind of tells you. This is the secondary sidebar if you are using a 3-column site layout option. So it's kind of breaking it down for you. This section, you can actually add and create sidebars as well. So if you want to make one for a new page or a different page, you come in here and call it whatever, Charlie, sidebar, whatever. Add the sidebar. If I scroll down, I'll see it, Charlie. At the same time, you can delete these. So delete it. Alright. Next thing is widgets. Widgets are the things that you put into the sidebars. So this would be a widget, this would be a widget, this would be a widget. So these are things that are sticking into the sidebar. So what we want to find out is how do we update this. Okay. So here's all our active sidebars that are being used on the site. And I think we said home bottom number 2 is the one that's on the front page right now, at least for this sample. If I expand it, I'll see Genesis featured page. I click it, and then I can see what's going on. Nope, so I was wrong. It's not number 2. Number 3, or number 1? Yes, number 1, excuse me. So number 1, home bottom number 1. Is this section right here. And then the second widget in there is called Genesis Featured Page. And if I click and open it, I'll see the page which is referencing this particular content. Now again, I didn't build this, I didn't develop this. I think this is a terrible theme. It's poorly built, poorly designed. It's not user-friendly whatsoever. Very difficult to use. They make you do 1,000 things to do something really simple. Anyways, that's my rant. Alright, so on their featured page, we'll see a section called Featured Block. This page, if we click it, we can see all the pages on the site. This section's page is what's showing this. Alright, so if I go under the pages, and I find Featured Block, there's our content right here. Map of your listing, and here's the button that we click that gets a PDF. Okay, and to change this out, you can do a couple of things. The easiest, what I would recommend is you basically come in here. I'm sorry, I'm going a little fast, I forget. But click text. There's a visual mode, which we are in now, and there's text mode. Click text, and then right here, you drop in your PDF link, and then you give it a title. So if you're changing this from EMMCO Math to something else, whatever that would be, you change it out. And that is what is taking care of that right there. Let's see here. And in fact, this last line I'm deleting out. You might have saw a little glitch there, but it was me pausing the video. But this last line, we don't even need that. I'm not sure how that got there, but you don't even need that. So let me update this just to confirm. Yep, there it is. So basically, I would either copy and paste this when you're creating new ones, or if you're editing an individual one, a specific one, just come in here, like I said, paste in your link, wherever the link to the PDF is on your server, and then change your title out. And then right now, it says map view of our current listings. You can obviously do that in visual mode if you want to. You know, come in here and make it bold, or change your heading. Right now it's heading 4. You could change it to heading 3, or whatever you want to do. You could change all that stuff out. All right, now we'll circle back around. Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. I didn't make this site. Let's make sure this is still up. Okay. The last thing is, how do these particular sidebars show up on the page? So as we went over in the beginning, this is home sidebar number 1, I believe. Sidebars. Whoops, wrong one, sorry. Widgets area. So number 1, home bottom number 1, featured page, and then we'll see featured block, right? So how are we getting that to show up on a particular page? I know you said you have to do listings and things of that nature. So as opposed to messing up something you already have in here, let's say I'm making a new page, or I'm editing a page. I'm just going to call this Charlie delete, so I get rid of this. Add some stuff, whatever, jumbo, whatever. Over on the right, you're going to see, you're going to see sidebars. So I can choose all the sidebars that we have. So we'll see what's showing up in here. So for instance, we have Mitch. I have no idea what's on this. I'll just choose it. I'll publish this real fast. View this page. And then there's the Mitch sidebar. You'll see all the information showing up. Okay? Alright, but you're wondering, hey, what about this side and this button here? That's what's important. Alright, if we come over back to the sidebar section, you'll see secondary sidebar. Right now it's default. That's what this is, default. If I come in here and let's do, whatever, tenant testimonial, for instance, and update it. We have testimonial in the sidebar. So basically what you have to do is build out your sidebar for each individual page to show the content you want to see in it. So let's leave this up I will delete all this. Let's leave this up for a second. Come back to plugin, appearance, widgets. I deleted the Charlie one, so I need to put that back just so I can kind of show you real fast. So Charlie testing. Here we go. Alright, so let's go back to widgets. And I have Charlie right here, empty, right? So what we could do is come over to the left so we can set up, the particular items we want to use. And what's showing that thing is the featured page. So I could grab featured page widget, drag it right over, choose my page now. So let's say the feature block is what we have now. So I can choose that one, save it, right? Close this. I'll add another one, put this up top, and I'll call this, I'm trying to remember what your home logo, I believe, is what's going up there. I think that's how they're building these pages out. Alright, so now I have these two things in there, and then let's go ahead and add, no, that's good for now, So I don't have to save anything by you dragging it. it saves it. If you want to, if you make a change inside of it, you know, if you edit this information, then you'll need to click save. Otherwise, dragging it and dropping it saves it in position. All right, so let's go back to pages. Trash this one because we're working on Charlie delete. Alright, so let's go back down to the sidebar section. There we go. Charlie is now in the list. Update. I'll refresh this, and what we should have is a blank page right now. Hold on, let's see what's going on. Alright, there we go. That's my mistake. I missed something. I'm back under Appearance, Widgets. There's a selection to make under each widget area. Show page content. So right now, if I uncheck it, this is for the PDF button. If I uncheck it and save it, it's gone. So make sure, and when you're using these, you do show page content. That's my mistake, my apologies. Alright, so that's it. So basically what you have to do is if you have different PDFs on each page, you're going to have to make a sidebar for every single page if you're having different PDFs. If they're the same PDF, the same 3 or 4 on every page, then all you got to do is make one sidebar and then put it into those sections. Hopefully that's the case. I hope you don't have to make 20 different sidebars because they're all different. That's how it is. This video is running way longer than it should, but let me real quick recap. You need a sidebar, which you make under Simple Sidebars under Genesis. Then once you have a sidebar, you need to populate it under the Appearance Widget section. You need to populate it with the content that goes in that sidebar. The widget for that we're using is called Genesis Featured Page, and that's when I came in here and I populated the page with it. Make sure the option Show Page Content is checked. And then last, you need to make sure you have a page with the proper content in it. In this particular case, what you want to use for a reference is the Featured Block page. This already has an example of your PDF, so I would come under Text Mode, and then either copy and paste this into a new page, new section, or if editing a particular one that already has been done, all you need to do is change out your link and your title. Alright, hope that helps.